Hey there, my name's Sera and I'm going to be sharing with you a review of 3 products from Skin Essence Organics, their facial cleanser, moisturizer, and e-cream. Before I start sharing my thoughts on the facial cleanser, I just wanted to give you a little more background information so you can make a more educated decision. I've been using this line that I'm going to be talking about for about a month, and it's summertime, so my skin is a little bit different than it would be in winter. Of course, my skin is a lot more moist and not as dry. My skin is typically dry and sensitive. I just turned 31, so that gives you an age of my skin. They have a few options for the facial cleanser and moisturizer depending on your skin type. I decided to go for the Pure Gentle facial cleanser. I make sure to shake it for a few seconds, 15 to 30 seconds, making sure to cover the top so it doesn't leak out. Side note, that's one little thing, is it was leaking on me when I put it back in my medicine cabinet, so now I make sure to kind of get the drip so it doesn't continue dripping down. The reason you want to shake it up is there's an ingredient in it, comfy root, that kind of settles at the bottom when you're not using it, so make sure to shake it up so it's not all concentrated at the bottom when you put it on your face, especially if your skin is like mine. And it's got a lot of things going for it. It's non-GMO, vegan, not tested on animals, fair trade, gluten-free, organic cosmetic, eco-certified. There's only like 10 ingredients in here. I know what they are, and that's very comforting. It comes out in a amber liquid gel consistency, and you only need about the amount of the tip of my finger, and I put it in my palm, rub my hands together, make sure my skin's slightly wet, and then wash your face as you do and splash it off. I don't use anything but my fingers to use the product. I was thinking of using like a... Ooh, I lost the light. The sun's decided to come back. As I was saying, I was thinking of using a cognac sponge instead of just my fingers, but it's been going really well with just my fingers, so I don't think I need that. The facial cleanser and facial moisturizer are a lot more effective, I find, when I use the facial in a jar once a week. I find it gets rid of that dead layer of skin that's kind of a barrier from these being more effective. This hasn't made my skin dry out, and it hasn't reacted badly, especially after I started shaking this. If you also have dry and or sensitive skin, I think you'll really like this too. Moving on to the facial cleanser, I decided to get the Soothe one, which is great for sensitive skin as well as if you have dry skin. I couldn't decide between this one and the one that's geared towards more anti-aging because I felt like I'm kind of in a spot where I want to be more preventative with my skincare. I DM'd them and we decided that the Soothe one was best for what I wanted to do with my skincare. This is my first time using a facial moisturizer as to like your regular one that you see that you squeeze out. It's kind of like a white liquid that's a bit more thick. This one is very liquidy. It's not a consistency of water per se. It's a thicker consistency, more like a moisturizing oil. Like I said, after I once a week do the facial in a jar, I find it just like soaks it right up, and you just wait a few minutes before you do anything else. I don't tend to wear makeup, but if you want to use another cream, maybe. I do use the e-cream a little bit, which is something else I'm going to be reviewing. This is more of a solid consistency, and it has a bit of a green tint to it, which helps if you've got a bit of redness actually. Sometimes when my skin is really thirsty, let's say, I use a combination of both of these. Sometimes I've mixed them together. Lately I've been putting this on, waiting a few minutes, and then adding this to the dry spots, which is mainly near my cheeks and on my forehead. I feel like in the winter I'm going to be using this a lot more. It's great for soothing a lot of other things. More information on all of these products and what other ones they have to offer is on their website if you want to learn more. I'll also have that linked below and you can check that out later. It has a little cap at the top and you pump it out with your finger. Just pump 2 to 3 in my palms. It's like a yellowy color. Then I rub my hands together, kind of same motion as the cleanser, and then lightly kind of pat and rub a little bit all around my face and on my neck, because that's something that I've been neglecting, is moisturizing my neck. And as we get older, lines do tend to appear. I found that it's been really effective in soaking into my skin and not being dry afterwards, because I found all these moisturizers I was using and then my skin was still dry. This is so effective. I love it so much. So if you're struggling with dry skin, definitely try out a facial moisturizer. Maybe give this one a go. And I just want to quickly touch on the e-cream. It's got a bit of a like a minty scent, and the other things don't have a super strong scent, and there isn't any perfume added. As well, side note, my husband says that he isn't bothered by the scent. I had this moisturizer that wasn't like super perfumey, but it just had this scent that came off it that was just like not appealing. I could smell it, but apparently it was even worse to him. Don't worry, this doesn't have a lingering scent, and scents are an issue, especially if you're prone to headaches, and just like artificial scents aren't that good for you anyways. This is more of a thicker consistency. consistency. And when you first get it, it's kind of like a hard shell, but you can warm it up in your hands and then it turns into a light green oil. And the green, like I said, kind of counteracts that red. So if you have like rosacea or anything like that with the sensitive skin, that really helps to calm and cool it down. This past week, I've been trying to really be consistent so that I can show you that nice effective before and after. So look forward to that soon. I also got their chocolate mandarin hand and body cream. So let me know if you want a review video on that. It smells so good. Questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll try my best to answer them. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell notification button so you're notified as soon as I upload, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!